You never know what you will find, shaping a world that's in your mind. See for yourself and one.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Fear of Mobs. I have been working, as usual, both in real life and in Minecraft. I've made it a point to do some work in here, and work I've done. That I have done. As you see here, I have once again redone this room. I replaced the slabs on the floor with full blocks, the kind of sandstone, like this sandstone right here, so it's nice and smooth on all sides. I removed the ugly fences, and now it's just open. It's open. You know, I could die if I were to jump. Not really. I'd take a lot of damage, but I wouldn't die. So I kind of like this. Kind of like the openness here. I did put some blocks here and tried to see what it looked like. I hated it. I don't know what to do here, honestly. I could do glass, but, you know, I don't know. Glass just doesn't feel right, and I need to do, you know, if I wanted to actually protect myself from falling out, I'd have to do like a block and a half, so whatever. So, yeah, that's been redone. I put the lights in the walls, and they're being powered up here by levers on top. So it's nice and compact, and it looks kind of cool. I like it. There's no chance of a monster spawning up here. I'm fairly certain. Yeah, I don't think anything's spawning here. We're good. It's well lit. Let's go downstairs. So yeah, not much else there. Let me know what you think of that. I think it looks kind of cool from below. I like it. I would prefer if this dark border was bumped out a little bit, like on the actual box. So I may actually do that. Make it a little thicker. Alright, let's not worry about them. I got some lava. And I'll show you where I got it from. But yeah, I filled up this is all a 1 block thick pool, so nothing too big. It's only 1 block deep, so yeah, I don't remember how wide or anything I could count, but why bother? This is actually what I wanted to show you. I've been digging, and I finally dug down to bedrock. This is where I want it to end. And I found lots of cool things. I found diamond, found some redstone, found some iron, coal, lapis, all sorts of stuff all over the place. Gold on the upper levels. Some diamond. There's some lapis back in there, and there's some diamond right there. So yeah, I'm really excited to harvest all this stuff, which is why I brought all these tools. I made it a point of not mining a bit of ore until you guys were watching, because I don't know about you, but I personally love collecting things with the fortune picks, because it's like, oh, I got 4 diamonds, yeah, woo! And I like watching other people do it, but that's just me because I'm a weirdo. I'm sure you guys have figured that out by now. So let me just throw down some lights, and let's get started with the most important item here. We need to make sure that we mine out all of the lapis. That is the number 1 goal. Oh man, 24. That is like double what you normally get, and then 30. Lame. It's like 6. Alright, then the iron. I'm not actually going to make you guys watch everything. I'll go get the diamonds right now. The diamonds and the redstone are the ones I'm most concerned about. 5? Okay. I think that was a slime. They've done that before. Slimes have spawned and fallen, and it scares the crap out of me because it's always nearby. Oh, look how beautiful that is. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. Give me those. Oh man, 12 diamond. I got 12 diamond from that small 4 block vein. And this one's only a 2 block vein, I think. No, 3. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, another 3. Oh man. Oh yes. No, that wasn't 6. That was like 8 total. I got 8 from that one. Oh, I don't know about you guys. This 2 is amazing. 3, 1, 2. Always mine diamond ore with a fortune pick. I don't care what what your excuse might be. 28. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, magical. Oh, yes! Redstone, I love redstone. Alright, I'm gonna mine these ores. Guess there's not really any point to have you guys watch, so I guess I'll tell you what I plan on doing as soon as I'm done mining everything. I do actually want to get the coal with fortune pick as well. I have lots of fortune pick left, so why not? Yes! I got more! And iron. Oh, yes. This is turning out to be a very good excavation. I'm getting more diamond in this pit than I did ever while digging out the drop box. I think in the drop box I only found like 4 diamond. Oh, this is a big vein. This is the biggest vein you can find, an 8. 8 vein. Redstone! 48! Oh, I'm sorry. Woo! Ore parkour! Woo! Alright, these are the last ores in the entire pit. And they're mine! No, but man, I made out like a thief out of this pit. I should dig pits more often. You know? I should dig pits more often. What do you guys think? Huh? Isn't that fun, digging pits and wasting hours of your life? I kid. This was worth it because not only did I collect all these amazing materials, I now have a just crap ton of resources, including 48 diamond, which I think was by far the really, like, do I need any other reason to dig here, to dig this pit? 48 diamond, I'm good. Like, I'm serious, like, that was awesome. And then the redstone, oh my goodness, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 stacks plus 7 redstone. Just ridiculously awesome. Like, there is no other reason necessary. That was enough. That was good enough for me. Oh yeah. Okay, so time to get not only planning but also discussing and figuring out what I'm going to do with this thing. So the idea here, the reason I dug this all out was to make this look like a bottomless pit. The idea was to have it pitch black down there and to have monsters. No, monsters can't. Okay, there are a few rules to this. First off, the walls need to be nice and clean and clear. So I've been smelting tons of stone. So I think I'm just going to fill in all the walls with stone. Anything that's not stone, I'm going to make stone. So this is going to be a perfectly stone-lined pit. Okay, I'm actually thinking about maybe using black wool or obsidian to kind of make it look cool and weird. But for now, smooth stone. So all the way down, so I can have a blank slate to work with. I might also write up a design. And if I'm correct, these are relatively squared. I think they're only about. I think the walls of this thing. I mean, I know the whole thing is square. I know that, but I wonder if like the floor to the ceiling. You know, I wonder like one of these walls is square. I think it might be a little more wide than tall, but yeah, whatever. Anyway, so the plan, yeah. Pitch black, no lights, sheer stone walls on all sides. Now I had another idea, and that was to, instead of using slabs on the bottom, which would guarantee monsters don't die, that would also guarantee my death. I don't necessarily want to do that, so I was thinking about using water, maybe? You know, maybe fill it up with about 2 or 3 layers of water. You know, nothing can spawn down there except squid, but if I fall, I have a chance of living, you know? So I might do that. I might just make it half slabs. I don't know. We'll try it both ways. I think I'll do the water first and then the slabs, and then try jumping off a couple times. I saved this lava just in case. Who knows? If I'll need lava, I'll have a safe place to get it. And I got it all from down there too. Let's see what else. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then we're gonna tear away the floor here. I have to move all this stuff here, though. I have to move it. I can't have it hovering. That's just plain silliness. Okay, so before I begin working on this down here, before I start working down here, which off camera I'm going to make the walls nice and pure stone. I'm going to do that off camera later tonight. But for this episode, the next step we need to do before I work down there is I need to remove this floor here. I need to remove this floor. And to do that, I actually need to move all this stuff. And that's where I'm running into a hiccup, because then I also have to figure out, okay, well, how am I going to get from here to this ring here? And how am I going to get from that ring to the surface? I've been playing with different ideas. I thought about having diagonal, like, corridors from the corners into this ring here. Thought about that. One for each corner, but then we have this weird light pole thing here in the way, and I want to keep the lights in the corners. So I could also just have a corridor extending from here. So just have something that goes into the wall, which would work. Then I was thinking about having like a staircase that goes like diagonal on each wall. How do I explain this? If I were to have a hallway coming off of each of these, okay, that'll go crossing the gap and connecting into the wall there, just like this. Let's take two of these for an example instead of all four. Okay, they both go into the wall here. Now let's say they both have staircases. One that goes this way, okay, and one that goes this way. Both diagonally downward, and also ones that go upward, but I'm going to figure that out later. Anyway, staircase goes down, okay, but diagonally. Now, if this one also has staircases going down and down, then what's going to happen is they're going to meet at the corners, because I don't want to use the regular stairs. I want to use the slabs. You know what I mean? The half slab staircases. I like to use those, preferably sandstone, but I still got to figure out if I want to do that. Anyway, so I was going to do that. Anyway, they're going to meet at a corner. And then they're going to I guess they just cross each other and keep going down. I don't know. I don't want to do anything spiral. Like, I don't want to have the corridor go out there. One end goes up, one end, we have stairs that go up and then stairs that go down. And then each side does the same thing. Stairs go up, stairs go down. Then you end up creating a sort of a spiral that wraps around this thing, which could also be very cool. That might work too. I don't want to have any central way up, because this thing is too uniform to just have just one way up and one way down. I don't know, I think it would be kind of a waste. I guess all I really need are just two ways. I could have a hallway here and a hallway directly opposite and nothing here, just have it closed off. That could work. And then I could also I could still do the stair thing. It won't be as spirally. It's kind of like that. Imagine them being connected to the walls there. I don't know. And then there's this thing here. It's a four-way thing. So I guess like two ways could be, two of these pathways here could be storage areas that are built into the walls. And then the other two could be transport ways back up. Oh, one more thing. One more quick note. I do want to leave this open to the sky. I still want to do that, but there's a problem with that, in that if I want to make this a pitch black hole, the sunlight's going to ruin it. So what I need to do is somehow make sure sunlight does not get down there, and I have a plan. What I want to do is, okay, the only places that sunlight gets through is right here around the edge. Okay, sunlight doesn't get through the middle right here, because at every block there is some sort of structure blocking out the sky. Okay, there's no way sunlight is getting through this circle here. So what I need to worry about is sunlight getting through the outer ring here. And what I'd like to do to fix that is actually create a ring where I'm standing that connects these four paths together. A ring that circles around this entire thing. And it will be placed just right so that it borders right on the outside of this viewing platform up here. It just wraps around there, but down here. So basically, it'll be blocking out the sun, plus it'll look symmetrical-ish. It'll connect these four sides, but it will still leave these nice huge gaps here to look down into the dark depth of an abyss, which I still have to figure out how to not fall into it. I'll do that later. That's secondary. You know, safety secondary, aesthetics first. That's the primary goal here. Aesthetics. Okay. Yeah. So that's what I plan on doing on this floor here. So I'll save that for next episode. But yeah, I still need to figure. Well, actually, I kind of need to do it this episode. So we'll do that next. I've been talking for way too long. Let's just get building here. And here's the final result. This is results of several hours of hard labor digging and placing blocks. And looks pretty darn cool, I must say. Let's get an aerial view of it. You know, Microsoft Paint is actually good for something. Yep, drawing circles in Minecraft. Look at it. Looks pretty cool. Looks even around the corners. It's about what I want. You know, I may actually bring it out just a little bit more, but this is good. I feel like the walkways aren't... Do you guys mind? I feel like the walkways aren't thin enough. But when you're down here, you'll be able to see into the void, no problem. You'll be able to see down into Deathland. Only thing I'm concerned about is falling through on accident. Because as you walk across the ledge here, it looks like you're about to slip through the cracks. Like that whole silly redstone repeater thing. So, yeah, not sure about that. But of course, if I just stay here in the center, I'll be perfectly fine. Isn't that right, little zombies? I'll be perfectly fine. Worthless creatures. Where was I? Oh, yes. So, yeah, let's, it's about time to, open up the floor. I still have to move these things here. I'm not sure where, though. That's a very good trash can over there. Okay, so I made sure that not a single bit of light reaches down below. So at every point there is covering. Like at every point, this ring here will block out the sun. So that's a very handy little thing to have. Yeah. What does that talk about? Digging down, circle. So, since this ring is circular and this box thing is square, I've been trying to, I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to make this entire pit rounded. If I want to make it all circular rather than square. I know that down here, I definitely want to make the walls, fit this shape here, because I think it would look kind of weird if it was just square, and it was kind of. So I basically have a lot more digging to do. So the next step is to remove these, move all the stuff up here somewhere. I'm still not sure where. Probably just make my home right over here or something in there. That way there's not a whole lot of digging required. Or maybe over here. A little more convenient. Oh yeah, okay, so I'm going to move all my stuff up here. I'm going to remove the floor. I'm going to start rounding the sides so that this pit is circular rather than square. And the only reason I would do that is because even though the trap is square shaped, everything else is circular, which might be a little weird, but I think it works. I think it'll work. I think it'll look alright. And then after that, who knows? I think that'll be it. Then I'll have to make sure the walls look good, and I'll have to do something up on top so I don't fall off. Safety comes last, so after I'm done building, I'll work on safety, make sure the walls look good, and yeah, that'll be it, and then it's time to start building the village. I'm so excited. Can't wait to get some NPCs in this place. Little will they know that their homes are built on top of a zombie farm. Alright guys, I want to thank you all so much for watching and bearing through my rambling. I will see you all next time on Fear of Mobs.
At last I found me some diamonds. Oh, I'm so happy I could ride a pig.